guys, so today we're talking about reinventing yourself. It's a new year. I know a lot of you guys have resolutions, big and small, and come February, a lot of us feel so overwhelmed with the resolutions that we've set for ourselves. We often just let them go and forget about them. So today I'm going to talk about common resolutions, a couple of them that we may want, just for reinventing ourselves, but how we can take sort of baby steps to achieve our goals. So when we think about resolution or reinventing ourselves, we think big, we think major weight loss, we think finding a new relationship, we think changing up our look, learning a new language, that sort of thing. So let's start with weight loss. I know that that's a big one for a lot of people, and we swear January 1st that we're going to eat right and exercise and do everything that we need to do to drop the X amount of weight. And obviously that's an important goal for us to set for ourselves, but it can be overwhelming. I am that person that's sort of like all or nothing, so I've had to retrain myself and look at things in baby steps, because I'll say, that's it, I'm going to cut out XYZ and I'm going to do this and that, and then when I can't keep up with that, I completely stop. So if your goal is to lose weight, the first thing you can do is set your goal, set your intention, but do something right now to make you feel good about that goal. So if you're looking to lose weight, then one thing you could do is schedule an appointment with a personal stylist. A lot of companies, department stores like Nordstrom's and even White House Black Market, their sales associates are actually trained like personal stylists. So you can make an appointment. Nordstrom, you can go on their site and make an appointment, and I've actually done this. And you can tell them what you're looking for and how much time you have, what's your budget, and you can go in there and try on different things that will make you feel good now. And obviously, yes, you want to lose weight, but sometimes just dressing a certain way to hide certain flaws in our body and to accentuate our like positive, our most flattering features can make us look up to 10 to 20 pounds lighter. And I've seen the transformation in myself as well. Because oftentimes we have one or two features that we are trying to minimize. For me, I'm a mom, so it's my belly. So what you could do is the stylist can show you how to minimize your belly and play up your shoulders or your legs or some other part of your body that you are happy with. So there is no, I know with Nordstrom's and White House Black Market, I won't say with other places because I haven't used them, but there is no pressure to buy. So you can go in and try and get their tips and tricks, and you can come home and look at your own closet and see what you have and how you can pair different things together to maybe achieve that same look with things that you already have sitting in your closet. But if you do want to spend a little bit of money and look good now while you lose the weight, then you can set your budget. You can tell them, look, I only have $500 to spend, or I'm only looking to spend $1,000, and they can work within your budget. So I think that's such a great feature, because a lot of times I see women that are actually pretty slim, but they're wearing clothes that might be making them look a little larger. And I often make this mistake myself, where I'll love a top and I'll buy it, but it might not be the most flattering for my body type. So I urge you guys to do this, because sometimes when you feel good now and you achieve something, so it's a simple thing as like pairing different things to look slimmer, that will motivate you to go and work out and to go and eat right and take that next step. So this is something that you can do now and start feeling good right away and not have to wait, because obviously we all know weight loss is not overnight. It can take us 6 months to a year to start even seeing some minor results. So but the consultation with a personal stylist, you can start seeing results right away, and that might motivate you. Second, relationships. So if you want to find a relationship, baby steps for that might be to get to know yourself. Spend time with yourself. A lot of times you see people making their list of the things that they want in a mate, and it has nothing to do with the kind of person that you are. You might say you want somebody this tall or that does this or that, but you might not be taking into account your own really physical needs and your emotional needs and all that stuff. So I say for relationships, fall in love with yourself first. Spend time getting to know yourself, getting to know what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you irritated. People will write things on their list like they want somebody that they could travel the world with, but they might not even enjoy traveling themselves, or they might not even have left the United States. It's like, well, why don't you actually do that with yourself or with your friends and family first, and see if that's something you even like, and get to know yourself that way. So we all know that one person that puts their life on hold for that perfect relationship where they'll start living once they're in a relationship, but start living right now. Once you have that comfort in your own skin, and desperation or that kind of feeling of that some other person will fulfill you is not attractive. Human beings are kind of I don't know, we're made to like sniff that out in other people, but we are always attracted to people that are very secure and confident in, and they love themselves and they're secure with themselves. So get to that place first, and once you start loving yourself, you're secure, when you're doing things that you love, when you know what you want, that person will come along, because you will just radiate joy and happiness and love, and you will attract that in your life. So the third thing I want to talk about is learning something new. A lot of times people will say that as a resolution, like they want to do something new, they want to learn a new language, or they want to go back to school, and that's all great, but it's a major job, it's a major task. A lot of us don't have time to take on something that unique or that great, and so obviously we put it on the back burner. It never happens. But if you start small, so if you want to learn something new, go try out a new cuisine. Go and try a new experience over a weekend. Go horseback riding, go bungee jumping, like I said, try a new restaurant. When I was in college, in one of my classes, there was this girl that came up to me and said that, hey, I've always wanted to try an Indian restaurant, but I've always been nervous to go into one by myself. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to order. So we made a deal that I would take her to an Indian restaurant, and then she would take me to a Spanish restaurant. She was Spanish, so it was so fun. I had actually never been to a Spanish restaurant, so it worked out great. We both got to try out, each other's culture, and not just the food, but the conversation was great because we were just sharing our foods, but also why they're made certain way, when they're served, how they're served. So it was just such a enriching experience. I mean, this was like 10 years ago, and I'm still here talking about it. So obviously it was something important. You want to learn a new language? Read a book. Learn something unique. If you are used to reading novels, grab a slightly different book, something that will teach you a new skill, or even a new culture, something unique, and that might feed your need to learn something and do something so grand that you never know, that might spark something in you, and you will learn that new language eventually. But doing something small right now that is sort of in line with your major big goal, I think it just motivates you to do and achieve that thing. So same goes with if you want to go back to school, you want to go back and get your master's, which is on my list. It's been on my list forever. And I know that's something I will be doing after Alina is off to school. On YouTube, you can look at lectures that are given in classes taught at major universities. So little things like that might actually even help you decide if a certain subject is the right thing for you, a certain degree. Another thing that a lot of people want to do is reinvent their look, and oftentimes women feel like they have to chop off major hair, change their color drastically, completely change the way that they dress. But no, you don't have to do a complete overhaul to change your look. You can start small. Instead of chopping off layers and layers or length off, maybe you can just learn some new hairstyles and work with your existing hair if you don't want to get it cut. As far as color, there's things that you can buy that's temporary color. Give yourself some temporary highlights, buy yourself some new clips, headbands, things like that. I don't think it has to be all or nothing, and I know that's something that I've had to work through. You can get a new shade of lipstick, that typically a color that might be out of your realm. Get a mani-pedi, get a facial, find a new top. Change up your jean style. If you wear skinny jeans, try something different. Try some boyfriend jeans. So sometimes it just takes a simple tweak to set us on the right path. And the great thing about all of these tips is that they're small, you can do them right away, they're not going to take a whole chunk of your time or your life away, so you're not going to have to put them off any longer, and you never know, they might actually motivate you to achieve that big goal. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.